right, good evening, and again, welcome back to the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals here at Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. My name is Chris Allen, and I am joined by five-time Olympian Butch Johnson. Thanks for joining us, Butch.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
And Butch will be giving us all of his expertise and insight on the different events we have today. Our first event that we'll be having is the 1/16th round of the recurve cadet men. These are boys ages 15 to 17, and this will be at 60 meters. Butch, talk about what, as the cadets get ready, at what level of skill is a traditional cadet at?
They can be at all levels. There's beginners, like this is an earlier match, so you'll have somebody that's a lot more talented perhaps than the other person, that, but as the matches go on, they get tighter.
Okay, our first two competitors are Noah Shedroff versus Sean Park. And again, this is the 1/16th round of the recurve cadet.
We have a 9 for Noah and a 6 for Sean.
Okay, so Noah starts off strong, trying to win this first set.
A 10 for Sean, he's coming back, or trying to. And a 10 for Noah.
Okay, so Noah didn't feel the pressure from Sean's 10 and just continued on his way. Third arrow's coming up.
And a 9 for Sean. And a 10 for Noah to win the set.
Okay, so Noah started off strong, came out of the chute a little bit more accurate. So Sean maybe some nerves with that very first arrow, but he seemed to get back on track as well.
It's a little tricky out here with the wind too. They gotta, just gotta play it right. Some days you do it, some days you don't.
And as we saw earlier, the adults in the recurve, adjusting for wind, they have obviously a little bit more experience for the most part. Talk about when you're starting out, how you learn to adjust for the wind. What's that maturation process like going through with the wind?
Well, typically most people don't compensate enough. We call it the rookie side. If the wind's blowing left to right, they'll miss more arrows to the right just because they don't aim off enough. But it becomes a guessing game and just a learning experience. The more events you do, more practice you have in the wind, better you get at it.
Okay, and we're waiting for the whistle so that the competitors can approach the target. There it is. So, as Butch said, it does appear that Noah will take the first 2 points of the match, but we will allow them to reach the target with our judge. And our judge for these lanes is Mike Cullenber. And you can probably hear the wind picking up. The wind sock is blowing almost straight right now at times. And the flags on top of the target's also blowing stiff and quickly.
Also in these conditions, the archer typically shooting more poundage has a little bit of an edge because they get less wind drift. The arrows carry a little better.
What's a typical weight for a cadet?
I honestly don't know. Adults will be, probably the average 45 to 50. Cadets are probably in the lower 40s range.
Okay. So let's see, we have them checking. Doesn't look like they'll need the judge's help on this round.
No, Noah almost had a 30. He's really good end.
The wind's picking up a little bit more than it was at the end of the adult round, and Noah has put the points on the board, so it is official. As Butch predicted, Noah will take a 2-0 lead into the next set. We'll see if Sean shook off the nerves from that very first arrow, which seemed to go a little bit further from the target than his next two. I'm interested to see how the younger competitors interact with each other compared to how the adults interacted with each other earlier in the morning.
They don't look as relaxed.
No, they don't. They don't at all. Looks to be like a little conversation, maybe some smiling from Sean, but I think you can tell they're in the first round and they want to make sure they get out of it.
Yeah, some nerves going on.
So wait for the field to reset and the archers to get on the line. Again, this is the recurve cadet division, the 1/16th round at 60 meters, ages 15 to 17 of the Easton JOAD Nationals. And Butch, for the first time listeners out there, what does the JOAD stand for?
Junior Olympic Archery Development.
Okay, so it's
a national program to help develop, just a way for the youth to start out and work their way up as age groups.
Okay, so just in case anybody was listening for the first time, JOAD is not a made-up word. It actually does mean something. So we'll wait for the field to reset. Okay, you don't see the players at this point conversing with any coach, anybody that might be a coach. We saw that a lot from the adults this morning. Our coaches, do they kind of, in the JOAD, do most of their coaching before and then during the competition? They'll let the players?
Usually they'll actually probably coach a little more. The adults typically don't need a coach. It's more there as just company. A little bit of help maybe in reinsurance, but the kids typically need a little bit more, but not always.
Okay, so we'll wait for the whistle. It looks like there's still some other competitors making their way back to the line. Okay, and while we're waiting for the next set, Butch, do you want to explain, go over the rules of recurve and what it takes to win in advance?
It's a set system that they shoot. Every 3 arrows you can get 2 points. If it's a tie, you get 1 point. First person to 6 wins. And if it ends up at a 5-5 tie, it's a 1 arrow closest to the center shoot off, which adds a little bit of pressure element to it.
Absolutely, and we did get to see one of those on our morning session.
The set system's somewhat new. It hasn't been around for a long time, but it's good in a lot of ways because this guy has 1 real bad arrow. He's not out of the match. It's just he might lose the set, but he can still come back and win.
Okay, and it sounds like we're getting ready to go to our second set of 3 arrows as Noah Shedroff tries to expand his lead against Sean Park for the recurve cadet group, 1/16th round. And there's the whistle to call the competitors to the line.
Sean shoots a 9, Noah shoots an 8.
Okay, so Sean must have shaken the nerves off from his very first arrow and seems to be composing himself now.
Yep. Okay, you can look ready again. Nice quick shot. 10 for Sean, sorry. And a 9 for Noah.
Okay, so Sean maintains his lead in this set.
And I believe it's a 9 just out for Sean, I'm sorry. And that should, and 10 for Noah. So Sean should have won that match to tie it up.
Okay, so it looks like Sean Parks is going to get 2 points. We'll wait for the official scoring. Sean seems to have a little cheering section back there, and they seem very satisfied with that round for him.
Get the first couple points, get the nerves out a little bit.
So we'll wait for the field to be done so the archers can approach the target, and we'll see where they're at. But it does look like Sean Park will tie it up after winning that set to make it 2-2 in their chase for 6. Sean seems to have some family members in the crowd watching him. I still haven't seen a coach for either of these competitors. Okay, and there's a signal, so we'll get confirmation of Sean's 2 points. Much like our morning session, it seems as soon as the whistle sounds to check the targets, the wind seems to pick up a little bit more. It went that way all morning, and it looks like that's going to continue to where the competitors deal with a little bit of wind, but it's not as much as when they're walking down to check the targets. So that has to favor all of the shooters, I would assume.
For sure. Although some people would prefer the wind. A real good wind shooter gives them an edge.
Right.
Somebody that practices, like they live in Texas, a lot of times they practice and win a lot, so they're a little more comfortable in it than the other people.
That makes perfectly good sense. I would imagine if that's a skill that you can zero in on and sharpen up, that can make you give you a definite edge in situations where there's like today, where there's weather in the area and we've had some blow through, and the wind could be coming at any time.
Yeah, a lot of people try to avoid the wind. They just don't like practicing in it, but then when you get in a situation like this, it doesn't do you any good.
Absolutely. So the judge has already walked away from the target, so there's not going to be any discrepancies in how our competitors did. We're just waiting for the archers to add the points. Okay, and Noah seems to be walking away without adding points, so we'll go ahead and assume that Butch was correct, as he actually reminds Sean to add his points. And it is, in fact, after 2 rounds, 2-2 in the quest to 6. So that is Sean Park 2, Noah Shedroff 2, heading to the 3rd round in this set of the recurve cadet men's competition 1/16 round. So we'll wait for the field to get reset. But do you think, would you say the nerves for the younger competitors are a little higher, even if they're younger and experienced than the adults, on average, or what you might find?
Depends how confident they are. A lot of times they just have the no fear syndrome, where they feel they're invincible, so that gives them a real good edge as long as they don't get too cocky, you know?
Right. Okay, so we're getting ready for the 3rd set. That round seemed to be a little more polished than the first, so if there were any nerves, it looks like both our competitors have shaken them off, and they should be okay. Wind's picking back up a little bit. You can tell from the flags behind the competitors. So we'll see if that has any effect on this next round of arrows.
A little bit more of a tailwind right now, which is definitely a lot easier to deal with than a left to right wind.
Okay, so just double checking all the competitors back. Give the call to the line here. As a competitor, do you like the downtime that we're seeing here, or you just want to get back at it?
Usually just want to get back at it. I mean, depends. You know, if the weather's really hot, you want to get in the tent for a second, take a drink of water or something. But conditions like this, it's nice just to keep going.
We have had the whistle, so the archers are approaching the line for the third end here.
Noah's getting ready for his first shot. Noah shoots a 9. Sean's battling the wind a little bit. And he lets down. And Sean shoots a 9. Noah shoots a 10. Sean shoots an 8.
Okay, so we'll see if Noah can.
Noah shoots a 9. He's got this end wrapped up. And a 7 for a 26, and 9, 9, 8 for 26. So they tied this set.
Okay, so Sean came back to battle Noah's 10, battle against Noah's 10. So it looks like we'll be at 3 points each after 3 ends.
Yeah, a lot of times that third arrow, if they realize, you know, it gets in your head a little bit sometimes.
Well, I noticed Sean's shot his second and third arrow between Noah's second and third. So Noah watched Sean shoot 2 before he shot his last one.
Sometimes it pays to be smart.
If you shoot one arrow with a certain wind and you get a favorable result, does that encourage you to go quickly so you can shoot with the same wind again since you just experienced it?
Well, typically, you know, you're trying to get the lightest wind possible, so you got to utilize your time in a careful manner. But yeah, if you're aiming off, say in the 7 ring or something to the left, and it went dead center, it's the same wind, it makes you feel a lot more comfortable with the next shot.
Okay, we do have the competitors heading towards the target to confirm what Butch has told us, that it will be a tie and be 3-3 heading to the 4th end. And again, between ends, the wind is picking back up.
I don't know. As a competitor, always seems to pick up when you get on the line. They blow the whistle to shoot. So. At least in your mind, it feels that way.
Yeah, I'm sure. Today, I just feel like all day it's been more. The windsocks have definitely been more horizontal during between the ends.
Yeah. This isn't a bad wind, though. I mean, some winds are just ridiculous to shoot in. This is manageable. It's reasonable wind. It's very common. But it can catch you.
So Noah's going to change his score, and he does indeed change it to 3. So we will be tied 3-3. As Butch suspected, heading to our 4th end. Okay, so as we wait for the competitors to come back to the line and we get clearance for that 4th end, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with you from 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals. And welcome back to the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals here at Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. I am Chris Allen, joined by 5-time Olympian Butch Johnson. We are calling the recurve cadet men 1/16 round. Noah Shedroff versus Sean Park. Shedroff, I apologize, versus Sean Park. And we are tied going into the 4th end. Going into the 4th end at 3 apiece. So both our competitors will be looking to take a commanding lead and heading towards the next round by winning this end.
Both competitors looking fairly relaxed. Could be a good match.
Yeah, it's been good so far at this point. I have to think that when you're tied 3-3 and you know the match can't end during this next round, it allows you to be more relaxed.
Yeah, a little bit, but you really hate to fall behind 5-3 because now you have to win the next match and the shoot-off. So.
We saw that in the gold medal match of our men's recurve when the number 3 seed Zach Garrett was up 5-3 on Brady Ellison and ended up losing in the one arrow shoot off. So both Noah and Sean will be trying to avoid that fate as they approach the line for the 4th end.
Noah shot a 9 and Sean shot a 7.
Okay, so tough arrow for Sean, but
7's a little to the right. I think maybe didn't play the wind well enough. And he came back with a 10 from Sean. And a 9 for Noah, so Sean's down 1 in this set. And an 8.
So Noah's getting ready with his 3rd arrow.
And a 9 for 27, so Noah takes this set.
So that'll give Noah a 5-3 lead as soon as they go down and confirm that. Puts him in the driver's seat. But we will go to a 5th end that'll give Sean the opportunity to tie the match. It seems that Noah has taken the strategy of allowing Sean to finish first every time and watching to know exactly where he needs to go or what he needs to do. Do you think that's an approach that allows you to be more relaxed?
It gives you a better idea, you know, what the wind's doing and stuff if you watch the other guy, but you also got to watch your time. You don't want to wait too long. Looks like Noah just got done talking with his coach a little bit. And probably gave him some words of advice like just calm down and shoot good shots. It's not over.
Okay, so we got the signal for them to go down and approach the target, where we should be able to confirm that Noah will in fact take the official 5-3 lead over Sean Park. We talked this morning about different competitors having good luck charms. It looks like Noah has some type of belt buckle on the side of his shorts, not attached to a belt, so I'm not sure if that's a good luck charm or not, but it doesn't seem to be where it would normally be. So might be something he's using as good luck.
A lot of people attach trinkets to their quiver and stuff, pins, rabbit's foot. You never know what's out there.
Do you have any type of good luck charms when you're competing?
No. I just hope for the best.
Okay, so the archers are at the target. Judge Mike Collenberger doesn't seem to be needed. Noah will indeed add the 2 points to his score, which will give him an official 5-3 lead over Sean Park, heading to the fifth end. So Noah just needing a tie to advance as to where Sean has to win the fifth end. And we will have that fifth end for you when we return here to Joyce Park for the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals. And welcome back to the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals. My name is Chris Allen. I'm joined by Butch Johnson. We are in the middle of the recurve cadet men's 1/16 round match with Noah Shedroff and Sean Park. Noah currently with a 5-3 lead, and as we come back and see Sean seemingly relaxed, even with a 2-point deficit heading into the fifth end. And relaxed, ready to try to come back. Wind still seems to be blowing a little bit as these competitors come to get ready for the fifth end. Seems to be some friendly chatter between Noah and Sean, so they seem to both be pretty relaxed heading into this fifth end. It's good to see the nerves not being a factor in the match.
Oh, absolutely. Be nice to see Sean come back. Make it a real interesting match.
Yeah, of course, as Butch explained earlier, if Sean were to take the 2 points on this end, we would go to a 1-arrow shoot-off. Closest to the middle would win. So we're waiting for the field to be back so we can set the line. Look to be just about ready to start this fifth end.
Fifth and final end for the match. About to get underway, and then we'll have to see if there are any ties in those shoot-offs. But here we go, final end of the match.
And there's the whistle. So we'll have Noah Shedroff and Sean Park approach the line to see how the fifth end will go down.
Noah leads off with a 10. Sean just missed. He's in the 9 ring, just out.
Okay, so good first arrows by both competitors.
Sean's back up quick. And a 10. And another 10. So Noah is not letting up.
Okay, and we'll see if Noah follows his pattern so far where he relaxes until Sean finishes.
And an 8 for Sean. And a 10 for Noah to take the win. Perfect 30.
So Noah Shedroff finishes, and here's it from the crowd as he finishes the 5th end with 3 10s to advance in the recurve cadet competition on 16th round. Sean played a very good match, came back from a shaky first end to be very competitive. So these younger competitors, this morning we saw the adults and these younger competitors, when they go out in say the 2nd round, like it seems Sean is about to. What did they take out of that?
A lot of times, it's just they don't expect to win because they know the archer's a little better in the earlier stages, especially as goes on. And typically it's just a learning experience. Every tournament you get a little better, you learn a little more, build confidence, learn from your mistakes.
Okay, and we do have Noah and Sean as they're waving to the cameras, walking down to the targets to make it official. We were talking about Noah's belt buckle earlier. He also seems to have some kind of graduation tassel hanging from his quiver, or something that looks like a graduation tassel. I don't know that he's old enough to have graduated high school anyway, but
actually I believe it's a fishing lure.
okay, fishing lure.
I see a couple eyes on it. So. It would be for a big fish.
And the judge does make it official. Noah Shedroff will advance with a 7-3 victory over Sean Park. Sean played that match a little bit closer than the score is going to indicate.
They're just finishing up the scorecards, signing them. They get to mark the holes in the target. The reason they do that is if you have a bounce out or a pass through, the judge can tell where you hit.
I haven't seen a pass through yet, but that might be interesting.
It happens occasionally. Sometimes the very, very center is, like dead center, can be a little soft the way they build the targets.
Well, if it went,
but I haven't seen any this weekend, pass outs or bounce outs. So.
See a pass through in the middle, that'd be especially nice. So Noah and Sean, they exchange handshakes. Noah will move on. Sean competed well, but will be done for the day. And we're going to jump to a break. We'll be right back here at the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals. Thank you, and welcome back to the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals, where we just finished a 1/16th round recurve cadet match between Noah Shedroff and Sean Park. I'm here with Sean Park right now. Sean, you shot a good match. It looked like maybe the very first arrow of the very first end got away from you a little bit. Was that nerves? Was it wind?
That was definitely nerves.
Nerves, but you seemed to rebound very well and calm down after that. You had a few very good rounds, made a very competitive match. I don't think the score was indicative of how close the match really was. What settled you down after that first one?
Just thinking, shot after shot, just forget what happened before.
And how was the wind for you out there? Did you find the adjustments easier to make, or was the wind changing directions at all?
The wind was all right. It blew pretty hard before we shot, but when we were shooting, it didn't really affect my arrows that much. It's pretty easy. It was not bad to adjust to the wind.
Okay, so obviously we didn't get the result you were looking for here, even though a very good match still. So where do you go from here? What's your learning? What do you learn from this to take forward to help you get better for the next tournament?
Well, this is definitely going to help me get a lot calmer, because I've never been in front of a TV before.
Sure.
So yeah, it's going to help me settle my nerves for the next tournament.
Fantastic. All right. Well, Sean, great performance today. Even though you didn't get the result you want, thank you very much, and thanks for talking with us.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the 2014 Easton JOAD Nationals here at Joyce Park in Hamilton, Ohio. My name is Chris Allen. I am here with Noah Shedroff, who just won the 1/16 round match of the recurve cadet men. Noah, congratulations on your win and advancing.
Thank you.
Your last round, you shot 310s.
Yeah.
Obviously very nice. How many times in your life you shot 310s in a competition?
Not very many.
Not very many. Okay. So you had the match started off pretty even. You took the lead in the first end, and then Sean came back in the second. Then you split that third one. Then from there you won the last two ends. What were you using as confidence to build to make each end better for you?
Well, my first match this morning went pretty good. I knew my marks were on. Had a bit of wind trouble. After that, I felt confident. The wind died down a little bit.
Okay, and so we're going to move on. And so what did you take from that match against Sean to be able to take to the next round to either improve or just to keep sane mentally, physically?
The nerves, just being on TV for the first time, it'll just make me calmer during the next matches, I guess.
Okay, and I noticed we've been talking about the Archer's good luck charms, and I noticed you have maybe a couple on your quiver. I saw a belt buckle.
I do have a belt buckle.
I think is that, and the meaning of the belt buckle?
That was actually from the past SoCal Showdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then a fishing lure.
I do have a fishing lure. That's an award through our club that I got.
Okay, fantastic. Well, hopefully they bring you luck. Good luck in the competition moving forward.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Noah.
Thanks.